series about women who love cigars. I'm Monica.
And I'm Kara, and today we have one of our favorite cigar chicks who we haven't seen in far too long, Dalonde. We met Dalonde because she started working at our cigar lounge at the Ice Palace or St. Pete Times Forum or Tampa Bay Times Forum or Amalie Arena, whatever you would call it, the stadium where the Lightning play. And how long ago was that now? Like 10 years? Something
probably
crazy?
Over 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. But Dalonde is, beyond just being a super cool cigar smoker, she is the ultimate hustler, I feel like I would say. She's always got
She's
something.
She's an entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah. A serial entrepreneur. For sure. For sure.
Yes.
So welcome.
Well, thank you.
We're so excited to have you here.
And I'm excited to be here.
Let's light up.
Cigar.
Yeah. Yes.
I am smoking a Perla del Mar Corojo Robusto. We tried it yet? The Corojo?
Oh, yes. I did.
What do you
That's
think?
actually a
It's
good smoke.
the newest of the Perla del Mar line.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I'm smoking
I haven't had one yet.
Diamond Crown. What? I forgot. Which one was this one?
The number 4?
Number 4, yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually one of my favorites.
That's probably my number one favorite cigar.
Yeah. So smooth.
Like a good go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it nice that our go-to gets to be a Diamond Crown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
And rotten.
Some of us more than others.
Yes.
I love the press on this. It's so like comfortable in your mouth.
I know. It's so cute and dainty too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find, Monica and I both agree that we really prefer smaller ring gauge cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that you like that too, or do you like fatter cigars?
Okay, so I enjoy both. I guess it just depends on my mood on what I want to smoke for that day. But I enjoy the big ones, but sometimes with the big ones, they're kind of like, a man's fantasy, so.
Especially working in like a male-dominated lounge environment.
Yes. So,
just kind of opens up some conversation you might not want to have sometimes.
Yes. So I kind of just kind of like, keep it. Am I?
That one's not working.
Okay,
yeah.
let's put that one down.
Ran of fuel.
Mm-hmm. But I don't mind either one. It really depends on what mood I'm in for that day. So,
do you find that in the lounge it's mostly people who are like seasoned cigar smokers or new people to cigars, or kind of a mix?
I feel like it's a mix because we have our regulars. They always, they were fighting for us to be up there, during COVID. They wanted us in there while COVID was going on. Yeah. But I find that a lot of people are being introduced to cigar smoking. Some people didn't even know that the cigar bar was there, and we've been there forever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to have people come in and, experience, because they always come back.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a good feel when people come in and never been there. It's a good experience for them. And then the fact that they can see the game and they feel important coming in there.
Yeah, that's really unique that you can actually watch the game live in the lounge. I feel like there might be one or two other stadiums where they have a cigar lounge, but you can't watch the game.
Yeah, so the lounge is in the middle of the arena, but you have the 2 windows that have glass that actually overlooks the ice, which is just so cool. Because usually if there's anywhere in the rare occasions where you can smoke a cigar in a stadium, you're kind of like in an outdoor deck or on like the back side of the stadium. You're watching it on a TV and you're like losing that in-person experience.
Exactly.
I think that's the coolest thing about it.
The cool thing too is, people feel like it's a sweet. We're really like a secret society up in there, because nobody, when they come in, they were like, "This
awesome.
real, yeah."
I didn't know this was here.
Exactly. So when they come in, of course we welcome them with open arms and spoil them, and then they come back, and then they think that the next time that they come, they personally know us and stuff like that. But it's fun.
Yeah.
We make sure we take care of everybody that come in there. Mm-hmm.
Did you smoke before you started working in there?
No. I did not smoke. No, prior to that, I did not. I actually got into it when I was doing, I think, liquor promos, and I got called in just as like a standby or stand in to fill in. And I can remember that day. I can't remember who I was smoking with. They was like, the first thing they told me, do not inhale. And what do? I inhale, but I never did it again.
So a lesson you only need to learn once.
Definitely the first thing. First lesson is do not inhale. But ever since that night, I've been like, I've loved cigars. And
so you loved it right away? Like it was...
Yeah. Before that, I would have probably been like, oh, cigars, no. But when I actually smoked a cigar and understood it, the quality behind it, it made me really enjoy smoking. Because other than that, I probably wouldn't have been, if I didn't have that opportunity then, I probably would never smoke
cigars. It's the same with a lot of us that now love cigars and been smoking for years. If I hadn't started working here, I probably would have never smoked cigars. So.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing.
And here we are, 10 years later, all still smoking. So there's something to it, right?
You know what? Cigars are a good conversation starter. They build relationships. It's more than just smoking a cigar. So I find it's definitely a good conversation starter. And men love it when women smoke cigars. They think it's so sexy and fun and attractive, and I'm like, thank you. You know?
Thank you. I've been married for a long time.
I appreciate
I'm uninterested.
Well, I know, right? Wait, let me redo that. Yes, thank you. I've been married for a long time.
How did your husband feel about you working in the lounge?
Yeah, so you know what? My husband is wait, before I do this, can we do a toast?
Yeah.
Totally. I'm like, yeah, cheers to this conversation.
Cheers to finally being back together.
Yes.
It's been too long.
Are you coming on Friday, speaking of which?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Look. So back to my husband. My husband is a huge supporter of everything that I do, because at the end of the day, I'm going to do it anyways. But no, let me stop. But
so get on board or be left behind.
I have to admit, in the beginning, the smoke kind of bothered him. But once he found that I really took cigars seriously, he just supports whatever I do. And he knows I'm going to make a good choice on whatever I do. So even if it's something that I try and I fail, he knows it with good intentions, so he supports it.
So funny hearing that from the female perspective, because usually it's guys I'm talking to, and they say that their wives make them like strip at the door,
right?
Like
they can leave their clothes in the garage
with their smoky clothes and stuff. And that was your husband.
That was probably at the beginning. Yeah. So a little trick that I've learned.
Yeah, tell me.
I roll my window down.
Oh yeah.
And drive a little bit, and it kind of takes some of the air smell out where it's not as bad, and then I spray down before I go in. Oh, and dry shampoo.
Dry shampoo and dryer sheets.
In your hair.
You take dryer sheets and just rub them through your hair.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah,
for sure. Yes.
We had to do that many times when we would like work a cigar event and then get right on a plane. So like the poor people next to us weren't getting like
the
ashtray whiffs, like because it's like cigars smell amazing when you're smoking them, but when it's like soaked into your clothes, it's not as great. And especially if people like don't like it, you try not to make somebody uncomfortable when you're sitting this close to them for a couple hours.
I'll be like, no, you gonna sniff it, and you're gonna like it.
This is the smell of money, sir.
Right? You don't even know what you're sitting next to, now do you? Yeah.
So besides working in the lounge, what else do you have going on right now with your serial entrepreneurship?
Well, okay, wait. You cut hair, right? You do makeup.
Are we trying to guess?
Let's see how many I can name. Body paint, which is like kind of like makeup, but I feel like different.
Totally.
You were doing like your own promotional stuff, like liquor promos on your own.
Makeup. Your own makeup.
Your own lipstick line.
Yep. Which I'm wearing today.
What's it called again?
This one is called Award Show. But everything's under Dalonde IC. But go ahead. Let's see what else you know about me, Carol.
I think I'm tapped out. But that's like 6. Like that's pretty good, right? Like that's a lot of side hustles. What else you got going on? Is that it? Is that if you slow down, you're
I
down?
pretty much slowed down, and I kind of like, I feel like when one is slow, the other one picks up.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm so everywhere, but I'm good at everything that I do because I perfect it, you know. So I enjoy everything that I do. Anything that I do not like, I don't do. So I don't stay at a job I don't like. I don't work nowhere I don't like. I want to feel like when I go to work,
you want to be there.
I want to be there, and it's not a job for me. So I enjoy talking to people. I'm a people person, so and it shows in my work. I really don't have to tell people, like, I'm not like a person to be like, oh, I do this and I'm good at this. I want you to see it and experience, because when you're sitting with me or talking with me or getting any of my service, it's an experience, not just a service, if that makes sense. So.
I think that I can personally vouch for that because we just found out that you're my husband's hairstylist. And he's always liked his haircuts from you and didn't know that it was you. So, I mean.
That situation was totally off the wall because we kept looking at each other and was like, you know, it's one of those things when you look at somebody and they want to say it. I know you from somewhere, but I honestly thought it was just the haircuts. And I literally saw him 2 weeks prior, and we was chopping it up in the at the cigar bar, and I was like, yeah. Didn't even realize he was sitting in my chair, and he's come to me he's been coming to me for a little
context
bit.
Of seeing someone, definitely.
Right, I know. I feel like you have to like backtrack and say that Justin, you've been together for how long?
Like 6 years.
6 years, and he's always come. You've worked here that entire time. Yeah. You've worked with us the entire time.
Yes.
He's always come to like hockey games and events.
You guys know each other.
Yeah,
like it was totally out of place.
Okay, I have to say for him, I can see, because I feel like with him, my attire was different. So I can see, because I dress different at work, and he can get away. But like, I'm really good with names and people, so that just threw me off. That's very rare that I go through all that and not know who the person is.
I just love that it was both of you, you know?
Wait, you should have saw both. We both, because it's a mirror when at the shop. He's looking in the mirror, and we're both looking in the mirror.
Moment of realization.
I laughed so hard. I was like, that don't even make no sense. We've known each other for how long now? So we're like sisters and brothers at this point. Like, what? But yeah, it was just good to see him.
That's what we've talked about is so crazy about this whole like pandemic situation. Is like people that you saw like a couple times a year, and then you still kind of felt connected to. All of a sudden, it's been like 2 years since you've seen them, and it's just hard to wrap your head around, you know.
I think too, what the COVID did, even though it separated everybody, it brought everybody closer, because like the people that you probably didn't like see before or really have that connection, when I came back around them, I think people are starting to appreciate others more. Now,
right,
and having that face-to-face interaction, not everything over technology. You know, there's only so much of an experience you can have with someone on FaceTime or Zoom or.
I have to be honest. Like when COVID hit, I was miserable because I like to be out. I like to be around people.
Right.
And when I'm like, what am I gonna do for? I cannot stay in the house. Like, I cannot be still. Yeah. That's my thing. So I'm just glad things
I couldn't tell by your 6 jobs and businesses.
I always find a way. So I will never sit down. My husband can't even make me sit down. He'd be like, you need to chill. I'm like, but I can't. I'm just always on the go.
Go, yeah.
So does your husband smoke cigars?
Mm-hmm.
He does?
Yeah. I smoke them more on a regular. I used to be a social smoker. Mm-hmm. But when I realized I really enjoyed it, I can smoke a cigar every day. Now he'll smoke more if he's out or if it's something like that. But
special occasion or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you smoke daily now?
I do.
You do?
I know I'm almost like, should I? But do I feel guilty? No, I'm going to go on and do it.
I think all the women we've talked to so far smoke daily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes I can smoke. I know this is bad, but I can smoke, like, especially if I'm out like 3 or 4 cigars in one sitting. So it's just the beauty of it. I can't resist it. I can't.
I definitely find that I'm like a fast smoker too. Like I find that like I smoke through a cigar quick, and I need like.
I thought it was me too.
No, I do.
I'm almost like, why am I going so fast? But see, I'm taking my time now. I feel, because I'm only here.
Yeah. That's one thing that I struggle with, and probably mostly why I dislike bigger ring gauges is because I feel like I talk too much, and they go out so much faster when you're not like pulling on them. At least in my experience, you know. It's like the thinner ones seem to stay like lit better.
Yeah.
For like all of my talking breaks that I tend to have while I'm having cigars.
Think because they're tighter too.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh no, I just don't let the lid go down. I'm like, what? Oh, okay, yep. What? Keep that thought. Yeah, no, I keep it lit.
Do you find you like to have a glass of wine or cocktail when you're having your cigar every day?
So I have to tell you guys, I've started a new Instagram page, and everybody always wants to know what I'm smoking, what I'm drinking, and what I'm wearing. So I put them all together. So I'll smoke. We'll just say the Diamond Crown, and I'm drinking. What am I drinking today?
I have no idea.
Sauvignon Blanc, I think.
So okay.
Yeah.
So I would pair these two, right? And of course, talk about it. Tell everything that's in the cigar, where it came from. Wow. I need to do this. And then I'll take pictures of me smoking it, right?
What's the page called?
Dalonde Cigars. And my last photo, everybody always want to know what I'm wearing, so of course I have to give them a taste of
the
outfit.
OOTD.
Yes, yes. So yeah, that's what I do now too.
That's great. That feels very authentic.
Yeah, and then I give like price points, how I feel about the cigar, because that's a lot of questions that people ask. What it tastes like together and stuff like that. And some people don't know what to put with a cigar. So, and that's just me experiencing, playing around, or sometimes do know. I know what I like.
Yeah,
so.
your personal opinion on it. I feel like a Diamond Crown and white wine pairs perfectly.
Oh, it's beautiful and a natural.
So is there a Dalonde OnlyFans page coming soon?
Well, no. Not unless it has me holding. So if they want the hand and cigar,
someone would probably pay for it. Let's be honest.
Right? People be paying for crazy things. I know. No, my husband would kick my butt, and then
he's drawing the line there.
Yeah, it would have to be that OnlyFans page. You wear a mask, and I don't know who she is. Like, no.
Maybe there's a niche for that.
Like right? Yeah.
Like all the DJs, you know, that wear the masks.
They all wear those masks. No, I don't want to do an OnlyFans page.
Oh wow!
That was
not that
that was aggressive.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, girl. This is what we do at the. This is what we do. Yeah. Oh, and
guys probably ash on themselves just so you'll do that for them.
Oh no, Dalonde, I did it again.
help me, somebody.
I'm like, nah, you gonna clean that up yourself now.
I got a broom back here.
All right, yeah. But that's crazy that all this together, the pairing and this is really fun. Like, how often? I gotta ask y'all a question. How often do you do this?
This is our fifth interviews, 5th or 6th.
Like probably like averaging every other week, kind of.
Yeah.
It's really funny because I'm gonna tell you this story because I know you won't be offended, right? So every single time we have to film one of these, we start the day and we're like, oh my god, we have so much work to do. Like, this is just a terrible day for this. We don't want to do it. And we like kind of dread it all day. And then like whoever we're talking to gets here and we're like, oh yeah,
this is the best thing
this
ever.
This is awesome. This is exactly what we needed. Like, kind of reminds us that it helps so much to take breaks and like just take a minute and chill. And I feel like it helps you so much with like your productivity because it helps you just kind of like relax and
reset.
Yeah, not be so stressed. And we've been going outside. It's been so nice outside.
Yeah.
And we have those like patio tables outside now. We've been like going out and smoking cigars with our laptops and just like working outside and stuff, which has been really nice too.
So nice.
You guys have like the best job.
Yeah, we do.
Best job ever.
It's great that your cigar journey started as work, and now it's part of who you are. It's part of your lifestyle.
It's definitely a lifestyle, and I enjoy it. I love what I do. So it's definitely a lifestyle because you have to enjoy it for it to even be a part of your lifestyle.
And to recommend stuff to people in the lounge, you have to have smoked everything and know what the flavor profiles are and what to recommend.
Yeah, so I try to be open to smoking different stuff just for that purpose, because a lot of people do come in and compare what we have in the cigar to other cigars, and then I could recommend what's either close to it or something that's going to be, for me, a little better for what they're looking for.
Yeah, she was saying she's tried some competitor stuff, and that's helped her to be able to recommend our brands.
We always say that we should do that.
I feel like you should.
We don't.
I know. It's hard to kind of move out of what you're used to, but lately I've been being more open to different stuff. Yeah. And it just branches you out to understand different brands and try different things, live life a little bit more, I'm telling you, that COVID did something to me. I want to, be more open. But I kind of feel like, when I do that,
you always come back.
Appreciate what you have.
Well, it's funny because whenever people talk to us about cigars that they like, if they say one of the brands that's not ours, they're almost like apologetic about it. We're like, no, like there's something for everybody. That's what makes the industry so great. And it's like we completely understand it. And like logically and practically, that makes so much sense. And I'm so on board. But when it comes down to it, I'm going to grab what I know I like and what I know I can trust. And that's like Newman and Fuente product.
Well, I think that's was the good thing about being at the cigar bar is because it pushes them to actually try the brand. And even if they've heard bad things or whatever they may not like, it's in the cases it's something for everybody to enjoy. And it's very rare we get any complaints. If it is they're just not a cigar smoker. And that's just the bottom line. But everything I recommend, they normally get and they enjoy, and they come back and they get it again. They be like, "What's that last?" And thank goodness I have a good memory, because I'll be like, "Oh yeah, you got the," and they be like, "Dang, you remember that for 3 weeks?" Yes, I remember.
And then Justin sits in your chair for weeks.
I know. I don't even know who he is after knowing him for years. That is crazy.
So have you been going to any lounges around town?
I do. So my favorite that I've been going to have been Davidoff, the Cathedral, and Cigar International.
I haven't been to Cigars International yet.
You go to the one in Wesley Chapel or in
I go to the one in Wesley Chapel, and I go to the one in Brandon. It just depends on where I want to drive that day. But all of them are very great, very great environments. The people are wonderful. The staff is always awesome. And it's just a nice place to chill, relax, and meet new people. Networking, I've done so much networking there than I've ever done. And that's from a freaking cigar.
Yeah. When it's like you said, like it's such an easy conversation starter. It's so natural. It doesn't feel like you're networking. It doesn't feel painful. You're just talking to somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everybody are really interested in what you do or what you know, and that's what I enjoy about it. I just love doing this. The cigars is the whole thing in a box.
Yeah. There's something about holding a cigar that just makes conversation easier. Like I don't know what it is, but if you're smoking with someone, you can talk to them for hours, and it's like not.
Do you know? It just kind of dawned on me. Do you think it's because it helps with awkward pauses? Like
you can take a
it's like it's not like it doesn't feel like an awkward pause because you're just like, oh, it's time to take a puff again. It kind of like gives you a tempo and a pace to the conversation. Yeah. Where you don't feel like you have to be saying something every moment that you're talking to somebody. Where if you're just sitting across the table from somebody, you kind of feel that pressure. Yeah. Like
it's like.
Also, you gonna say something? You would never actually do that.
I feel like you look at me like that normally.
Like, were you about to say something, or
am I about to say something? Shit, I gotta come up with
or
something
I'm gonna
fast.
do this. Or I'm gonna do this number. Did you say something?
So you practice that.
Yeah.
A few times. Thank you so much for coming and chatting with us. This has been so fun just to catch up with a friend and rekindle after so many years of not seeing each other. It's probably been like, I mean, we've seen each other in passing, but to sit down and talk's been great. So.
Right, spend time together.
Yeah.
I know. I think when I think of my time with you, I just think about laughter. Like I feel like we just laugh like constantly, you know?
I'm
so
like the
fun.
silly one out the bunch, but I can be serious. Like I have like that what is that, Sour Patch?
Yeah,
Like
first
Sour
you're
Patch?
sour, then you're sweet.
Yeah.
But I'm always sweet, but don't get on my bad side. And then I'm like
There's
that.
the title for the episode. First I'm sour, then I'm sweet.
No, but I really enjoy what I do. I enjoy making people happy. I enjoy making people feel happy, because you know when people come in the lounge, sometimes they don't have the best day, and you know, being around people, you never know what they're going through. And if I could put a smile on somebody's face and let them enjoy their time around me, that's what I do.
And
that's what I'm good at.
And sharing a passion with them.
Yes, yes. And look, cheers. And I just want to say thank you for inviting me. And I really enjoy this. And I'm always open to coming back.
So like next Thursday, 3:00?
Yeah.
Okay. We don't need the camera.
Right, make sure to follow Dalonde on Instagram, on Facebook, Dalonde Cigars.
Yeah, which one?
Dalonde Inc. Just Google Dalonde on any social media, it'll come up. But Dalonde Cigars definitely, because on there I do my pairing and all that great stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right.
Cheers.
Thank you.